Welcome back, everyone, to Open Line. Glad you are with us. We have as our guest tonight Dr. Thomas Schwartz, Vanderbilt political science professor. Dr. Thomas Schwartz is joining us via Zoom, and a bunch of calls talking about just what happened today. And so I'm glad that Dr. Schwartz is with us. Let's go now to Lucy. Hello, Lucy.
Hey, y'all.
Hi. Go right ahead.
Hey, is it 2022 yet?
Yeah, really.
I've got a question for you, Professor, about Reverend Warnock, but I have to comment on today. You know, today is what I've watched go down for 40 years. This whole Tea Party movement is older than what people think it is. Actually, it's over 100 years old, and it essentially started with people thinking that they had money and power, that the peons out here should work for them basically in bad conditions and work for them for free. Like everybody's some sort of quasi-bond labor kind of person. These are the same people that brought us communism. And when Lenin pissed them off, they decided to move to the next game. They've been slowly taking over the abolitionist party, the Republican Party, since the 1870s. And here we are. I'm a conservative, and the conservatives that I've known are the kind of people that would say, like the Boston Tea Party, and everybody knows in history class what that was supposed to be about, that a true conservative would not go and take another man's property and destroy it. And if you look at that angle, you think, well, yeah, because there could be another reason behind that Tea Party. When they throw most of somebody's tea in, some guy has all the tea and he can sell it to anybody for anything he wants to. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the same thing. This today, and what's been going on, it reminds me, there's always a movie and a song, Mr. Hall. It reminds me of the part in the movie The Ten Commandments, right before Moses goes up on the mount, and everybody has melted down all the gold, and they built him a big golden bull, and they're raising hell and ginning each other up before he goes up to the mountaintop. So to speak out into space, because nobody is listening. People have to have an overseer, and that's a danger of living in a free society, because it's assumed that you have maturity and you have access to information to make a mature decision, but apparently not. So anyway, the Tea Party here put Reagan in office, and they were helped with by the KKK. So this is the same stuff, different day. But here it is. Here we are. So my question to you, Professor, is this. I just found out about the Georgia election results within the past hour. I've been kind of busy. But anyway, I heard that everybody's saying that this is the first black senator that Georgia has elected. Now, after the Civil War, did they not elect some black senators and congressmen? And I'm going to hang up and take your comments off the line. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Lucy.
Georgia, I don't think did elect after the Civil War a black senator, although there were black representatives from other states at that time. Actually, let me correct myself on that. What the designation for Reverend Warnock is that he's the first black Democrat to have been elected. And after the Civil War, the Democratic Party in the South was the white party. And so they would not have elected, they were the segregationist party. So that he is the first black Democrat to have been elected from Georgia.
Okay. And quickly, the impact there, I mean, what does that mean in your opinion? That's a remarkable thing that happened last night in Georgia, isn't it? I mean, and what does it mean?
Well, it means, for one, that Stacey Abrams had an extraordinarily successful voter drive there. I mean, I think a lot of this does go to her and her ability to get the votes out, because Georgia was solidly Republican with a less turnout. What she did is basically turn out Democrats and turn out the African American community in large numbers to turn Georgia into, I wouldn't call it a blue state, I'd call it a purple state. Georgia is now a contested state, and that is a remarkable achievement.
That is a remarkable achievement. Okay, let's go to Jerry. Hello, Jerry.
Hello.
Go right ahead.
Yes, I'm going to go back to George Washington, and our forefathers said that this country is for the Christians and the American people. I don't care who you are or what you are. I think Donald Trump had the right idea on closing the borders to protect this country. But on the other hand, I think that the people up in the Congress House or whoever should have been doing their job instead of trying to kick him out of office and then letting him do his job the right way, him and Mr. Pence.
Right.
Let them do their job. They are not head of this great American country. Everybody overseas and elsewhere in the world wants to come over here to better their lives. I don't blame them. If I was over there, I'd want to come over here and better my life.
What did you think about what you saw today?
I think, let me put it this way first. I'm hearing an awful lot about defunding the police. That's wrong. There's good and bad in all people. I don't care who they are.
Okay.
But we should be backing the police because they are America's backbone, them and the military.
All right, if you believe that, how did you feel about what you saw today?
I think it was a disgrace. Like one woman or man said, I think it was a lot of people dressed up as Trump supporters that wasn't Trump supporters.
Okay.
Invading the White House. They ought to let the White House and other people up there do their job, and them people ought to do their job, what they are elected to do, not try to kick a president out of office because he's doing the right thing, but looking out for America first.
All right, Jerry. All right, thanks for your call there. So that's interesting. Jerry says it was terrible what happened, but he doesn't think it's Trump supporters. And I mean, they had their flags everywhere, but I guess, that's interesting. We heard earlier people were saying that. I don't know. It's good to hear all sides here. So I don't know if you have a comment there, Professor, but we're going to go to break. Go ahead and tell us what you think there.
Well, it's interesting because there was a tradition in some violent demonstrations in the 60s where the government used agents provocateurs to try and infiltrate agents in there to discredit protests. I don't think this is the case here. I think that you could, with the photographic evidence you had, you could probably track down and trace the people who were involved and see whether they were fake Trump supporters or not. But I'm pretty sure they probably were the supporters. This one, like they said, this sounds like another conspiracy theory gone wild.
Yeah, at some point, people, you just need to believe your eyes. And I know there's a conspiracy theory that is going to make you feel more comfortable about this or that you could find somewhere on the internet, but it's more likely just your eyes. But yeah, we can track, hopefully they'll be able to track the people down, but we'll see. I hope a lot of them are arrested because what they did was obviously against the law. All right, we'll take a break and come back. More questions right after this.